Hello and welcome or welcome back to the channel, Jalasan Tarot. My name is Kimberly and super thrilled for you guys to be here today. Also, we got a new setup going on and I love it. It feels so good. I just feel really at peace sitting in my area. And so I'm excited about today's reading. So for your reading, let's get into today's topic. We're talking about how is this person feeling about you right now? This person that you are currently thinking about. And again, what are they feeling or what are their emotions towards you, the connection, the situation that you might find yourself in with this person. This could be someone that you've been dealing with for a while. This could be someone new. We're going to leave it open for spirit to see what collective needs to hear the messages for today's 3 readings. So, with that in mind, if that sounds like your cup of tea, then you made it to the right place, guys. So we do have 3 different tarot decks for each of the readings. So let's get into the pile selection. So for pile 1, we have the blue apatite crystal. And for your reading today, we will be using a new deck for our channel, the Azure Arcana Tarot. So the Azure Arcana Tarot with the blue apatite crystal for our pile 1. Okay, there it is. For pile 2, we have the rose quartz kitten that's curled up in a sleeping position. The lighting's a little interesting today, so hopefully you could see the details. If not, it's a rose quartz kitten. And for your reading, we will also be using a new tarot deck for the channel, the pink Victorian tarot deck. So the pink Victorian tarot with the rose quartz kitten for our pile 2. For pile 3, we have the amethyst crystal. And for your reading today, pile 3, we will be using the purple rose tarot deck. So the purple rose with the amethyst for our pile 3. Guys, feel free to pause. Take that moment if you need it. A lot of you probably already jumped to your reading because, again, you'll know right away what's attracting you the most, that zap, that inner knowing. And if you're having a little bit of a hard time, feel free to press pause and meditate a little bit to see which pile is speaking to you the loudest. So with that in mind, once you figure that out, I will meet you at your reading, guys. Bye. Hello and welcome, beautiful group 1. If you chose the blue apatite, I think that's how you pronounce it, and or the Azure Arcana, this bluish theme even in this tarot, then welcome. Let's get into our reading today. So we are talking about this person that you are coming to the reading for and how they're feeling about you right now. We're checking in. What's going on? What's the emotions surrounding the situation, the connection, whether you are in a relationship or in some sort of separation. We're going to see if this person still, what's going on in their energy field in regards to you and how they're feeling. So we're starting with the tarot. This is a new deck. It's pretty stiff, so bear with me. Let's give it a couple of shuffles. Okay, that was a really good one. Let's get one more good one. We're going to cut the deck. Spirit, thank you so much for coming through as always for our beautiful collective energy. May we get the best messages for group one's higher self. What do we need to see today? What is going on with this person's feelings? Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, guys, let's begin. Just if you're hearing like this random noise, it's like these insects. I do have my window open. I don't know if it's cicadas or crickets. No, that can't be crickets. I don't know what it is, but it's like coming and going like a wave. So hopefully that doesn't bother you. Spirit, what do we need to see? This person that group one is thinking about, Spirit, how are they feeling for group one? This connection, whatever situation. How are they feeling for group one, Spirit, in the current energy? 10 of Cups. But we do have a full spread to go over. So let's make sure we get all the cards before we start talking about it, guys. We're also getting the High Priestess, Moon energy, card number 2, Pisces energy as well. Also, it reminds me of Cancer just because it's ruled by the moon, the High Priestess. Wow. Spirit, how is this person currently feeling? All right, now this fell in reverse. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Whoa, we got the 2 10s. One upright, one in reverse. The Pentacles came in reverse. We got another upright, you could tell. The Hanged Man. Second major arcana, card number 12, Pisces energy again. Pisces energy coming through strong, which is a water sign. We're also getting the 10 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, what is going on, Spirit? Before we start talking, let's see our clarifying row. Okay. This wants to come first. Strength with 10 of Cups. And for the High Priestess, we are getting the Sun in reverse. The Sun is Leo energy. Sun is my favorite card. It's card number 19. The Sun ruled by the Sun, of course. And then we're also getting Strength, which is Leo energy. Sun energy coming through as well with Strength. Back to back. So, and again, I've already done a couple of readings with this deck. Not on the channel though. So this is very good, well shuffled. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. What type of connection is this, guys? 6 of Cups in reverse. Something that you have a long history with. Definitely a little bit of an attachment, but more so on something that's going on in the future, a vision in the Pentacles in the 3D. We're going to talk about it. We also are getting the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And upright, our final card is 6 of Wands. Okay, I like that. 4 of Cups. Is that the 4? 5 of Cups. I'm glad I checked it. The cursive is a little tricky sometimes. 5 of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Guys, I mean, this is not bad energy, but I'm also getting a little bit where there may be a little bit of a disconnect in the current present moment because behind the scenes, this person is thinking about it, strategizing, shifting their perspective on what's going on when it comes to you. But it's not something that's happening in the present moment. So, meaning it's not happening in physical 3D interaction with you. So let's talk about it. This person has feelings for you for sure. There is a vision that they are thinking about you in the future, guys. we got the two tens. And the two tens is like some of the most beautiful energy in tarot, but one of them is coming in reverse. So let's start there. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the Ten of Cups. Now, for me, this is a vision of the future. That's the happy ending. That's, building a dynasty, building your empire, making sure everything is good to go with your stability, with your surroundings, with your job, your career, providing that comfort in a partnership. And again, it's in reverse, but what is upright is the Ten of Cups, the emotional aspect, the happy ending. So, today we're talking specifically about how they are feeling about you. There's definitely feelings involved, especially if this person is viewing you as someone that they want in the future. But what is kind of keeping this person, maybe from having moved forward or in the past, maybe that's where the delay is. Maybe that was where the blocked energy was, is something about their empire, something about their bag. It could have to do with the 3D pentacles, the external finance, their finances, their home life, security. They could have needed to switch homes or, could they afford rent? Any of that type of stuff. Career, something in that professional world, finance world is a little bit of a struggle. But they are gaining a different insight, a different perspective when it comes to forward movement with you, despite the fact that they still could be going through a little bit of, making sure everything is solidified for them so that they could have their empire, they could build their dynasty. Because the Ten of Pentacles is an energy similar to the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups could represent family, could represent marriage, could represent that, again, that happy ending and a vision of like I'm getting the term eternal, eternal love, someone that they want to spend their life with. So how do they feel about you? Strong. Again, strong. Like it's very loud and clear. But again, what could have kept this person from moving in the first place is something that they wanted to solidify in their own independent world when it came to that energy of Pentacles. And what is it coming out with? Six of Cups in reverse, a little bit of an attachment to this energy, like a hyper focus, like maybe overworking, over analyzing their finances, over budgeting, overthinking, staring at their budget plan and really getting stressed over it, even though, again, they are not going to get their next paycheck for another 2 weeks. But for the 2 weeks until they get their next paycheck, every single day is something that they're thinking about when it comes to where is their money going? How are they building, their finances, their abundance? So that seems to be something that they're still struggling with, that they're still attached to. But in the present energy, they are shifting out of that perspective of letting that keep them from moving in your direction. Because with the Hanged Man here, it does seem that they are starting to think of things a little differently when it comes to you. They're not in balance yet. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse, weighing the options, balancing whatever it is. And it could be finances. Again, like, do they have enough finances to start a romantic, endeavor with you, even though they know you're their person? Because that's how I'm viewing it with the tens. Because they wouldn't be having this vision of the future when it comes to you if they didn't think you were their person for them in the future. So they know, at least they believe that you are their person, whether that's going to come into fruition or not. That is something that seems likely, though, when it comes to this. But again, it's always your decision. But that is something that they are trying to balance. Like, how are they going to move in your direction? But they're so, strongly holding on to what is going on with them in the success of their world, of their pentacles. And again, that could represent one or all of the above. Meaning, do they have a savings? Are they in debt? Do they need to switch apartments? Did their rent get hiked up? Did they lose commission? Did they lose their job? Did they start a new endeavor? I could keep going, guys. You might know specifically, or you might not know. Either way, this person is having a very difficult time releasing the obsessive energy surrounding that. With this Six of Cups, there is that sort of, the word that's coming in is dedication, but it's starting to be a little bit toxic because it's keeping them in this delay, in this energy of a delay. And let's not forget, we got the Sun in reverse. That could represent them feeling a little unhappy, unfulfilled, because they were so hyper focused on what they needed to fix, what they needed to strategize in their 3D, that it could have created a lot of unhappiness when it came to you as well. It's coming through with the High Priestess. Now, I'm not seeing any queens. And again, I usually identify my queens, whether you're male or female, as my collective. But what is coming through is the High Priestess. So that could indicate a few things that's coming in right now. But one of the things that's coming in strongly is this could feel like a spiritual connection between the both of you, especially with all the major arcana that's coming through. We got 4, I believe. Let me just double check that. I have to, because of the cursive, reading the fine print, contracts, that could have been something that they locked in with. They didn't read the fine print or something. That came through right now. But I think there's 4 major arcana, which to me represents a pretty strong connection with this person, even if you're not even communicating with them right now. But if they're looking at you as the High Priestess, someone that is spiritually sound, it's coming through with the Sun in reverse. Like, they're not happy. They're not happy at being at a distance from you. Their feelings are coming in pretty strong for you right now, guys. And what they want is success. They want to feel happy. And what's coming in even stronger, especially with strength coming with 10 of Cups, is that vision, that feeling that they know that you're their person, you're their happy ending, is building in strength. Like, it's getting stronger and stronger, even maybe through this disconnect. Because if the High Priestess, i.e. you, decided to disconnect from this person, if this was someone that wasn't really giving, again, we'll get to the 5 of Cups in reverse, but there could have been something that this person regrets. They may have handled this situation not, it could have felt a little bit like rejection, I'm getting. And they didn't want you to feel rejected, but if they were dealing with finances or whatever it is that's going on, they may have thought they had no choice but to release you in order to focus on what they want to build for themselves, in order to get that 10 of Pentacles aligned to build for a future toward a 10 of Cups, if that makes sense. But through this disconnect, it's building in intuition, like their intuition is speaking to them loud and clear. It's like they know that you are the one. So this could be love. I'm just going to say it. If this person has seen a 10 of Cups vision with you, most likely this is coming through with strong emotions. And we are going to get some indicators with the Oracle to see if we could get some indicators, insights, or confirmations built on what we're looking at with the tarot. But again, one of the things that they are starting to feel right now is a shift in perspective. So that could be a sign that they may be coming in, this person, especially if there's a disconnect, which I feel like there is, because the Hanged Man is not forward action, guys. It's kind of someone, yes, they are gaining a different perspective, okay? It's Neptune energy. And Neptune energy could be spiritual, it could be psychic, it could be in the subconscious. And with the high priestess coming through, this person could be having dreams. Spirit could be sending them imagery of maybe what they need to do, but they could also be getting like those visions about you. It could be both too. But the perspective switch I think that they're having is they need to balance this. They need to figure out how not to be in that obsessive, addictive energy when it comes to the Ten of Pentacles and figuring out their future. And I get that. I get that, guys. Like when you are so wanting to control your finances, whether it's about debt or savings or just getting through the month, like if you're living paycheck to paycheck, that could be a struggle. And that could be on someone's mind like nothing else, right? Even if you have no control over it. Because sometimes your salary is a set point. You might get the same paycheck over and over again. But regardless of that, though, I feel like that's where this person knows that they need to balance through that energy in order to have success with you. We got the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is such a good energy, guys. It's triumph. It's about success. It's about marching in after winning the war on your high horse with fanfare, blowing their trumpets. You know what I mean? Like it is success. If this person is strategizing about how to have success with you, that could be part of what their perspective is switching to. How do they balance? How do they balance the 3D and still reach their goals? This person feels like a goal-oriented person, but again, anything in excess could be a little toxic. So if they are obsessively thinking about their finances or career path or whatever it is, that could take a toll on someone's mental health too, right? So if they're able to balance it, one of the things they want to balance is how are they going to move towards you with some sort of success? Honk in the background. We got Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this person has healed things that they may have needed to heal. Oh my God. And look we got the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, both in reverse, which to be honest are pretty good indicators that this person is healing through this energy. They're not hoarding. They don't want to be so like a visor when it comes to their money. Like I gotta hoard. I can't spend anything. I feel like that is loosening up a little bit. Maybe even like prioritizing or hyper focusing on the with the Four of Pentacles in reverse on their abundance is not as controlling. Like they're releasing that energy and trying to get more into balance. That is what the perspective switch is, where it's happening. So they could be finding some success in their 3D world. The load may not be as difficult as maybe it once was. What is this? 10 of Swords. Like the front stab, right? Like the 10 stabs, but you see it coming. So again, I think one of the things that they are thinking about when it comes to you is they didn't prioritize you. They may have done something that they regret. They may have lost you. And it could have felt like rejection, something that you probably saw coming, but it still hurt nonetheless. Whoa, Seven of Swords after that in reverse. Look at all the energy that when you see it upright, not the best, but it's all coming in reverse. And after that, we got the Fool. So I feel like that is what this person is putting to rest. They're getting out of that stuck energy. How long it's going to take? I don't know. The Hanged Man could take some time, especially with the Two of Pentacles here in reverse. They're technically not balanced or feeling that balance yet. And if they're still going through some difficult energy, again, the Sun in reverse is an indicator that they're really not in their best emotional space or mindset. The Sun upright, that's bliss, that's joy, that's lighthearted energy, that's laughter. positive, optimism. It's the sun. It shines the light in a dark time. So I feel like that is still where this person is emotionally, mentally. Does that mean that they don't have feelings for you? Absolutely not. Like, this person is driven towards you. And that's what they're strategizing, how to have success when it comes to you. I'm also getting that they're trying to, it goes beyond that. It's like, how are they going to have success in the 10 of Pentacles? How are they going to have success in balancing their energy? How are they going to have success of letting go of the attachment of things that are beyond their control? So it's not just success with you that I'm picking up on, guys. Like, this person has a lot on their mind. And again, they're trying to release the heavy weight of that energy. Okay? So with that, let's get into our oracle. I'm actually excited for our lineup today. We're going to start with the Tarot of the Pyramids. And it has all 22 major arcana in the deck. But the minor arcana, because there are 78 cards, it becomes a little bit more complicated. And some of the minor arcana, how it's assigned, I don't agree with. So we use it as an oracle, most readers that have this deck. So with that in mind, Spirit, what else could we see with how they're feeling for our group one, aside from what we've learned about what else is going on in this person's life, in this situation, what could have caused this delay, this disconnect in the first place? Where are they at now when it comes to pile one? What do we need to see, Spirit? Is that what we want? I don't think so. The first one, yes. Appearances. They could be led by pride, something in their 3D. Okay, that does feel good. Bottom of the deck, life choices. Look at how colorful it is, though. Card number 64. Card number 54. So again, it is still leading back to their pentacles. What's going on in their business, their finance, their money. And maybe they feel a little wounded energy when it comes to that. Maybe they don't want you to think badly about them, or they don't want you to judge them for not, and again, this person might feel like they need to be at a certain point in their life and they're not there yet. That could be really frustrating for people that, and again, everyone has a different timeline when it comes to life. Some people have children early, some people have children later on in life, some people don't have children. Some people switch careers, in their 50s, in their 30s, in their 40s, something you didn't even go to school for. Some people may, again, I have a lot of examples today, but whatever it is, like, they could feel a little bit, I'm getting the word ashamed, even just looking at this cheetah, a little wounded energy, so it's like appearances. They don't want to look bad in front of you. They may not want to look bad to the world, and that could also have created that delay. We're getting death. Ooh, I like it. This is a major arcana. Card number 13, transformation is coming through. And the star, dude, I love it. This person is feeling hope right now. Hi, Moon. All right, Mooney's passing through, my girl cat. Hi, Mama. Okay, she jumped off. And then now she wants the closet. She has a whole routine every time I start a reading sometimes. But the star is card number 17, Aquarius energy, Saturn energy coming through. And then we have death. Death is 13. Don't be scared of death, guys. Scorpio energy, Mars energy. Mars is action. And if something has permanently ended, and again, that could just be their mindset. That could just be where their focus is. They're gaining a new perspective somewhere. And I'm feeling a lot of what's going on in their 3D situation is starting to get better. So now they're able to think about you. Now they're able to kind of be in that energy of hope. wish fulfillment when it comes to you. I mean, look at how gorgeous this card is. Like, look at the beautiful Egyptian. Look at her pouring. It's like purifying, like purity. I'm getting innocence. Look at that North Star. Knowing what direction to go into, following your true north. And again, the star in general could feel like hope, could feel like a dream come true, a wish fulfillment. So how do they feel about you? It's like something about your energy is making them feel this. Because right now, without you, they're feeling the sun in reverse. They're in their head. They're feeling a little wounded, whatever it is that they experience in their situation and their 3D. But that's transforming, guys. And now it's like they're licking their wounds. They're getting support. This could mean a lot. If we're looking at the image in the card, they could also be looking at you like you are the person that is going to lift them up, especially if they are starting to think they could feel comfortable with telling you what's going on. I'm getting like a voice saying, I've been through a lot. I'm sorry that it all unfolded the way it unfolded, but I've gone through a lot with finances 3D, and I had to really focus on that. And it's like you're coming through as someone that's going to be understanding. That's what they're hoping for. Bottom of the deck, life choices. And self-mastery after that. I love it. Spiritual freedom after that. I don't know if you guys could see that, the words. Maybe. But life choices, it feels like following the true north, like the star. They see the path. They've seen all the choices and they know exactly. So if we're talking about you and their feelings, and we're looking at 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, it's like they know what choice they need to make in their life, and you are part of that, is a strong message that's coming through for this reading, guys. So don't be in doubt, especially if you are in a disconnect or disunion or separation of some kind, especially if this is some sort of spiritual connection, which in this person's energy, they don't see the spiritual connection. However, they do feel you on a deeper level, on that intuitive soul level. So they might know that something about you is special. Obviously, you're the wish fulfillment. You're the high priestess, but they may not know exactly what the situation is. You might know, guys. So let's keep it going. We got true love. Hi, Moon. Moon came back, and now my tortoiseshell cat. She's so cute. She's slow blinking. Hi, Mama. Moon, we're in the middle of a reading. But lucky for you, this is really good energy. So hopefully group 1 doesn't mind that I needed to take a moment to pet Moon. All right, but I also gave this a couple of good shuffles. So let's see. And cats are very intuitive, guys. Cats are very spiritual. And it's funny, whenever Moon sits in on a reading, I always feel like there's some spiritual energy coming through. And honestly, it's almost like every reading. So let's see. Spirit, how are they feeling? Sexuality. I think I need to for sure I need to cover this. So let's use one of my pyramids. I don't even, even the word, I think I need to. Either way, that could represent passion, how they are feeling about you. I never looked up what it means in the book. And something is pulling me to look it up for a moment. So hang on one second, guys. Okay. So I have the book, and I'm not going to read everything, but I'm just going to read the key phrases. And it says, sexuality blossoms in an atmosphere of trust, intimacy, love, and friendship. So if we're talking about how they feel about you guys, this is kind of all encompassing the intimacy with someone. And again, I feel like with the high priestess coming through, Moon's coming through again. Moony. The point is, it's like, this is not just someone that wants to be passionate with you. It's someone that feels you on an emotional level, a friendship level. They want to get intimate. They feel that intimacy, something that they would want with you if you guys never experienced that with this person. But as far as like developing it, that's what they see in the future when it comes to you. It's like all of it, all the types of intimacies that you could have. For those of you that are in a spiritual connection, like a twin flame, you're going to get all of that. It's because you're the same soul. You don't even have to speak and you'll know exactly what you guys are thinking, feeling. You'll have your own code. Soulmates, you could have something like that similar as well. Okay, we got the distorted feminine. Interesting. Boundaries. Let's get one more for this deck. Spirit, how are they feeling for group 1? Are you joking? Wow, the divine masculine. This could represent counterparts, guys, but I'm getting more so. And again, don't force that. If you know, you know. And some of you could be coming through as a divine, okay? But whether you are or not, this could also be this person putting their energy into balance. Remember, we got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. They could be feeling stronger about their divine masculine energy. Maybe they've calmed down. Connection at the bottom of the deck. Maybe they've calmed down when it comes to excessively thinking about work, the control, the 10 of Pentacles energy in reverse. Like maybe that is something that they're healing. But the divine feminine, that could be like, are they capable now of receiving? Are they able to have that confidence and let go of that neediness, that attachment when it comes to their pentacles? Because 6 of Cups energy in the reverse could I feel more so of a distorted yin, a distorted feminine energy coming through. But when it's yin yang, the balance of feminine and masculine energy is like in perfect balance. So something is still off balance when it comes to this person. We're getting 2 lions. We're getting the sun. A lot of Leo energy today in your reading. We are now I think technically we are Virgo season just started at the time of this reading. But again, this is a timeless reading. So happy birthday, Virgos. Your season has just begun. However, Leo season just ended and we're getting a lot of fire energy with Leo. So that could be a sign for some of you. Some of you literally could be a Leo, or your person could be, or it's just the energy that's coming through, that fire energy, that magnetic pull that this person has for you. Wow. But they want that connection. They want that intimacy. They see the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles with you. They feel that intuitive pull. Like everything is aligned except the Pentacles part. But they're getting there, guys. They're getting there because something about their perspective is switching. And again, if they're in the strategizing mode, then this is not stuck energy. They're just now in the point where they're figuring out what's their next move. How are they going to create success? And I feel like they do know where they do know what they have to do. They see the star. They see the north, I was going to say the North Pole, but they see the North Node, right? Like they're facing the direction they need to face in. So before we get to your final messages with ancient stones, let's look at romance angels. Let's see I have a feeling we're going to get some really strong energy, but we also may get some indicators of what is the current energy of Hanged Man. Because again, even though this is going to be shifting, there's a transformation that's currently taking place. It's still the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man isn't going anywhere right now. They're in strategy mode, right? So let's see what else is going on in the right now Their feelings for group one. Whoa. Hi, Moon. Let me give Moon a little pat on the head. Sorry, guys. Stay optimistic about your love life. The star, the hope. With the sun in reverse, like this person isn't feeling the most optimistic. And a lot of it, again, could be them holding themselves down because of they need to get their life in order. And if this is a divine masculine energy coming through, they could have tied their sovereign energy with the pentacles. And I feel like that's what they're going to kind of shift out of. We got let your friends help you. Whoa, finances and career. That's kind of a confirmation. Separation makes sense. Calling in your soulmate. There's not a twin flame card in this deck, I don't believe. So soulmate, that could represent twin flame, that could represent a spiritual connection. And I noticed we also got religious factors, which could feel like the high priestess, something in the spiritual realm, not necessarily a religion. However, that could be where some of you might have some issues with you being different religions, but I think in this reading, a lot of it has to do with spirituality and the soul connection that you and this person are having right now, because it's clear that this is not just a karmic. This is someone important. And again, if this person is viewing you as someone important for them, and you're coming to this reading about this person, it goes both ways. So honestly, I feel like a lot of what this is confirmations. It's clear that you and this person are in some sort of disconnect. And again, to go back to the Five of Pentacles, I'm sorry, the Five of Cups was here, the Four of Pentacles below that. But to go back to the Five of Cups is what I meant in reverse. I think this person is ready to let go the energy that you and this person faced. Like they're ready to own it. I feel like they're ready to have that conversation. And that's part of what they are thinking about when they are strategizing of moving in your direction. They may be getting assistance from people, you know, that wounded energy that we got with card number 54, appearances. You know, this could be something that they may be seeking help, guidance. Like, dude, I don't know, like, what do I say to group one? I completely did something, whether it's abandonment, whether it's them saying this is not the right time, whether them saying, sorry, I can't start anything right now. I got to focus on something. Whatever that felt like for you that caused a loss, sadness, a rejection of some sorts, they could be getting guidance for what to do about it. Okay, but again, this is pretty straightforward. You're reading today, group one. I hope it's giving you some insights and clarity about this person. Let me know in the comments. Send a like. That always goes a long way. So before you leave, some of you sometimes, you know, don't always stick around for the advice card, but I really do feel like Spirit comes through strong with advice. So let's see, Spirit, what do we need to see with our ancient stones? Hi, Mama. She's so cute, guys. Moon. She's purring. Comfort. Look, it's like, oh my God, that's exactly what it is. It's like the cheetah getting comfort. Like Moon is like the cheetah right now. She just wants to be patted on the head. She wants to cuddle. And Moon, my cat Moon, she's not a cuddler when I want to cuddle. It's like it has to be on her terms. And I feel like this relates to your person. Like when they're not ready, they're not gonna be forced to do something they're not ready to do. Right? So it's like now that they're ready, what's gonna feel comfortable for them, strategizing, moving forward in your direction. So to go back to the energy of your final messages, your advice, Spirit, what do we need to leave group one with this energy? The cycle breaker. Oh my gosh. We got death. Something permanently has been put to an end. You and this person could have been in a cycle, especially with the Six of Cups. This has been some time. Again, Six of Cups is an energy, is an indicator that you could have known this person and been dealing with this energy for, it could be years for some of you. So whatever experience you've been caught up with this person, this separation could have been longer than, you know, it really depends on you and your connection with this person, guys. But for some of you, this is ending. This cycle of separation is ending. You'll get through it, cycle ending. So just keep that in mind. We are also getting ancestral messages. That's reminded me of like intuitive signs. But again, like it's not like your spirit team could be ancestors as well coming in. And there might be a lot of signs that you're getting, messages that you're getting. This could also represent like a legit message coming in, especially if you and this person are like twin flames, for example, and you are the same soul. You and this person share the same soul, you know, connection, belonging, ask for help. This is something that you could be feeling intuitively as well. It could go both ways. I feel like this is for both of you because this person is asking for help maybe with their friends, gaining some clarity on how to move towards you. And you might be needing some advice on how to stay strong in this separation without you getting pulled into, you know, overthinking what's going on with this person. Like, you don't even have to worry about it. So there could be messages coming in specifically for you. So again, pay attention. Hagstone. What an interesting energy. Energy, shield, protection, inner strength. That is something you may have had to activate, and you may have to do that now. If this separation may take some time, guys. You know, Pentacles energy, that could be very slow. And if this person is focused on Pentacles, trying to balance the yin yang, the divine masculine with their distorted feminine, that could take some time. And you've already probably have been in a separation that has taken time. So this could be past energy and also present energy. Like, you still need to protect yourself. You still need to have some inner strength coming through again. Because you can't just focus on when this person's going to come in. Because they will, right? They will. But it's going to be when you two are in that inner strength. Bottom of the deck energy, the records. I don't think I've ever gotten this. Remember why you came. Be bold. Legacy. Oh my goodness. We're talking about the Ten of Pentacles, creating a legacy. This is, again, reminding me of the Akashic records. Something in the counterpart, in the flame, the twin flame. Now, again, not everyone coming to this reading or to this channel is going to be in that category. So don't force that label or don't force that energy. But if that is the case for some of you, remember, your soul is remembering why you're here. Again, this person is not separate from you, even in a separation. You are them. They are you. You share the same tank. Okay? Now, for those of you that don't identify with the twin flame, this is a reminder, too, that, you know, whether it's a soulmate or a very spiritual, deep connection, it's like the energy of, it was written in the stars. It was written in the stars, right? You've got the star. This was meant to happen, perhaps. But there's a reason why you came. And again, focus on your purpose. Focus on what is lifting you up. If that entails you protecting your energy when it comes to this situation, that is what Spirit is asking you to do. Because It could be the difference between the delay and how fast this comes in, if that makes sense. This looks like a ship for some reason. If you notice, it's actually a person opening their arms wide and they have like long sleeves. But from a distance, it looks like a sail shifting. So again, will there be forward movement? I think it's going to happen faster if you are able to protect your energy and focus on your own north. You know, where is your vision leading you in this separation energy right now? So again, if you stayed this long, you're the bomb. Like I mean that in the best way. Thebomb.com. Like, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for staying this long and listening to the messages, and hopefully they helped you. Let me know if they did. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you again. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to your reading group 2. If you chose this rose quartz kitty or cat, and or the new deck for the channel, Pink Victorian, then you are at the right place. So, have the ashes from the Palo Santos a little bit. I want it to just wipe it clear. So let's get started. So we're talking about how are they feeling about you right now? This person that you are thinking about in the present moment. How are they feeling about the situation, about your connection, whether you're in a relationship or in some sort of disconnect? We're going to see what's going on with their emotional energy surrounding those details. So let's give this one more good shuffle. Spirit, thank you so much for coming through for our beautiful collective group 2. May we get the best messages for our group Choose Higher Self today. What do we need to see about this person, about the energy for group Choose Higher Self? Spirit, thank you again so much for always coming through. All right, guys. This person's feeling, Spirit. What do we need to see for our group 2? How are they feeling? Strength. Strength. This is card number 8. Leo energy. And this is our first card. So that's a major arcana, guys. What else do we need to see, Spirit? How are they feeling? What's going on? We got the World. Whoa. Card number 21. Leo energy again. Saturn coming through. And look at the planet in the background. Could feel like some sort of completion energy. We're also getting an ace, but this is falling in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse. How are they feeling, Spirit? What's the current energy of how they're feeling for our group 2 right now? We are getting the 3 of Wands. Okay. Upright. I take sideways. When the cards fall sideways, I always take that upright. Spirit knows. All right, in reverse, we got the Queen of Pentacles. So we do have a queen on the table. Pentacles energy could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There might be a distance between you guys. I think the kitty is rattling a little bit. We are getting a Page of Swords in reverse with strength. Okay. That's usually my indicator that this person might be keeping tabs on you, looking for information about what's going on. But let's get the rest of our cards. Because I'm feeling there is some sort of separation. 6 of Swords in reverse with the World. Spirit, what do we need to see? How is this person feeling? This is the 7 of Cups, and that's coming through with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Another page, Page of Wands with the Three of Wands. And then we are getting a King. A King of Pentacles, a Queen and King of Pentacles are coming through. Some sort of counterpart, perhaps. But don't force that. It may not be. Bottom of the deck, we are getting another Queen. A Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. I'm going to be honest, guys. This person, well, let's start with the good. The good is I do believe that this person is, you know, you are on their mind. It is someone that you are someone that they are thinking about from a distance. You know, Three of Wands for me is the yearning card. Someone that, you know, and it could be literal, like you and this person are not living in the same town, state, country. But if it's not, it feels like a distance in the 3D of some kind. So there could be a disconnect, especially with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, where this person knows that there is a disconnect. You might be blocking this person, which might make sense why this person is kind of still keeping tabs on you. Now, how do they feel about you? I feel like it's a little bit, it's not running that deep. I'm going to be honest. We got the Page energy coming through with the Three of Wands. So even though they are thinking about you, you are crossing their mind and there is a little bit of that yearning. It's coming through as the Page of Wands. And all of these, like they're all looking that way. And the Queen is looking this way. And even the Page of Swords is looking in the other direction. So it's making me think that this person is looking at more than one thing and feeling and kind of balancing or juggling more than one thing. It could be where this Queen of Cups in their subconscious could be a completely different person. We might have to get some clarifiers. But maybe one of the disconnects, because we're getting the Hierophant in reverse here in the subconscious. Was there a lack of commitment or something being stabilized in this energy? It does feel like a little bit of an imbalance right now when it comes to this energy with the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups in reverse. If we move over here, you know, Ace of Cups could represent a new beginning, a reunion of some sorts. But this is coming in reverse and it's coming through with the Seven of Cups. It's making me feel where this person again is like, even though they like from a distance, you still are kind of in their energy. They are still keeping you in their sight. But are they wanting a new beginning? Are they wanting to move in a direction? They could feel a little bit overwhelmed. Something about this person's face too doesn't look happy. It looks like stress. Like they're looking at 7 cups. What are they thinking about? What else is going on in their energy? Is it other people? Is it other things? Is there a reason why there is not going to be a new beginning? This person is not feeling a new beginning in the present energy. Even though with the pages, with the King, it could it could feel like where this person does want to move in a direction, but I don't think it's toward you. I'm going to be honest. Because the Three of Wands is looking at the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, but again, all the other energy is looking elsewhere. And when you are channeling messages in tarot, guys, that is something that does come through. The imagery of the tarot that you are using and even how the characters or the faces on the tarot, especially with the court cards, like where is their attention being drawn to? And it's completely opposite. So what are they looking at? What is going on? Okay. Now, have they the funny thing about this World and Six of Swords energy, it's like a completion, yet something is not being completed. Does this connection need to end? Are you and this person needing to end something, a cycle? It could be the relationship in and of itself. You are at a disconnect from this person, it seems to me, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Does it have to do with the lack of commitment? Does it have to do with the lack of, does this person have a wandering eye? With the Page of Wands, right? Like and even the King of Pentacles, it's a very solid energy, but that could just represent, like, that could mean you met this person at work. That could mean that this person is focused. That could be where their attention is focused on in the Pentacles, in the 3D. But are they making an offer? It's like this person is looking up at the pentacle that they're holding, but there doesn't seem to be forward movement in this energy. Something feels stuck. It's like something needs to end. Something needs to fall into fruition, but it's not happening yet. So why? Okay? Why? Are they holding on? Are you holding on? Is it hard to release? I feel like I already need to go in on some clarifiers for you guys. So let's take a look. The first thing I want to look at is, well, let's start with the World and the Six of Swords. Like, does this need to end? Why isn't this coming into fruition? Why isn't this coming into completion? Because if there's stuck energy, for example, if you and this person are in a cycle of some kind, this isn't going to change unless this world comes into fruition. But with it coming through with the Six of Swords in reverse, it's like someone is having a hard time making that decision to end it. Or, well, let's see. Why is the Six of Swords in reverse with the World, Spirit? What do we need to see with this energy? How is this person feeling? Two of Cups. So let's make sure. Let's get two more. Five of Swords. There's some conflict with this energy between you and this person having a connection. Six of Cups in reverse. There's some sort of attachment. Now, is it you or is it someone else that they are having a hard time releasing? This could also represent your energy. I'm feeling like there's more than meets the eye. So we'll come back to this in a moment. I want to get Seven of Cups. What is going on with all this energy? Why isn't there an Ace of Cups? Why isn't there a new beginning? Seven of Wands. There's some sort of boundaries, some sort of defense. And what is this? Five of Wands. Again, some challenges. We got two fives, the Five of Swords. And Five of Wands, for me, always feels like competition. But it's coming through in reverse. This is a little complicated. This energy is a little bit more complicated, guys. The Magician is coming through. The Knight of Swords. Okay. I feel like this person may have a difficult time making a decision about moving in your direction, even though that they're yearning. The energy I'm picking up with emotions is confusion. I'm picking up on having a difficult time locking in with someone, i.e. perhaps you. I'm getting the feeling that this person isn't releasing you energetically. You might be feeling that energetically, but if it feels like this has ended, this person isn't walking away energetically speaking, if that makes sense. I almost feel like I need a new deck. Give me 1 second, guys, because again, the Emperor is now coming in reverse. Again, I don't typically always get like these type of readings that are a little bit more challenging to kind of to allow it to unfold. So let me get my Nefertari deck because I do want to get more clarifiers. Hang on, guys. Okay, so I got my Nefertari deck. Now we're asking today, how are they feeling about you right now? And I do feel like one of the things that's coming through, which is creating that confusion for them, is an attachment. It's like maybe a comfortability with you that they are comfortable with, that they're used to. It's like when you've been with someone for so long and it needs to end. how do you actually move on? And I think that's where this person is. And that could also be mirrored. I mean, if you are having a difficult time releasing this person as well, it could go both ways. So the question I'm asking, Spirit, is this person juggling more than one energy, i.e. person, or is this all group 2? The moon is coming through. We're also getting the high priestess. Ooh, spiritual energy coming through. Okay, I think I'm understanding. We are getting the Hierophant again in reverse. And then we are getting 3 of Cups in reverse. I feel like this is a dual messages. I feel like we're having 2 collectives here. One of the collectives, this person is releasing someone in their karmic energy, which is why they may not have moved forward into a relationship or a commitment or a new beginning with you. So they're having a hard time releasing some sort of attachment. There could be a karmic, for example, that is not letting them go easily. But in the meantime, they're still focused on you. I feel like there's yearning. I feel like there is them, again, kind of looking you up. What's going on with group 2? So that's kind of the thing that I'm getting, where someone is holding on to them and they need to cut ties. And it's a little challenging right now for whatever reason. The other indicator I'm getting is that you and this person need to end some sort of cycle or come to some sort of completion in this energy, even if that means walking away and separating from this person, but that also means energetically. And this person might be having a hard time, and so might you. And it could be both of those energies coming through for you as well. Like it could be all of the above. So let me know what's going on. If this is some sort of counterpart, it would make sense that this person has maybe a 3D, a karmic, and especially when it comes to like a counterpart, especially a divine counterpart, that karmic may not want to release this person. But if that doesn't connect, it could also represent a cycle that you and this person need to complete. But energetically, someone needs to move on. I do feel, though, that this is creating confusion with this person and that new beginning. Because if they're confused about, moving forward, because they're not right now. A lot of it is them just looking in the background, keeping tabs on you, feeling your energy, but not really moving in the direction toward it in the current energy, which is why you might be blocked to them right now. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's someone that's very grounded, that knows how to make good judgment calls, that knows how to make good decisions. If you are realizing that this person is not locking in, you may have been like, I'm over this. Figure out your karmic situation before we start this. And this person might be recognizing that too. So it's a little complicated, this energy, but if this doesn't fit, or if this is like, I don't know if this is my reading, then it's not your reading, guys. Because I feel like for the right collective, this is going to make sense. Let's move on to the Oracle. Now I'm curious because, again, yes, they're yearning about you. Yes, they are keeping tabs on you. But is it confusion? Do they even know how they feel when it comes to you? Are they able to even go there? I do believe that they are attracted to you. I do believe that they know that you are a person that they would, see commitment with as kind of a counterpart dynamic with the pentacles of the king and the queen. Even the way the layout is, right? What comes up must go down, I just heard. The point is, but I don't think they're giving commitment. I don't think they even want to offer commitment because something in their state is is overwhelming. Something is going on. Even with the Empress in reverse, Four of Wands, this could be a counterpart. But this person doesn't feel at union or in alignment with self because of whatever karmic situation that they're trying to get through. I do think that they're trying to tune in more into their intuition though. But let's see if we could pick up on some confirmations or any other details coming through, guys. So what's going on with this person's feelings for our group 2 spirit? What else do we need to see? Paradox. There's a paradox. Card number 61. The energy, again, of balance, of confusion. And it feels a little bit like this person needs to ground their own energy. And they may be having a difficult time when it comes to starting something with you. Like they're not going to be able to start something with you until this confusion is released, until this ending is complete, whatever it is that they need to end in their karmic entanglement. It's like we're hitting a timeline where you and this person met and you may have really connected in a very energetic way. And this person is still dealing or still is like, wasn't fully capable of, hang on guys, sorry about that. This person wasn't really capable of giving that commitment to you, even if they view you as someone that they would want to give commitment with. So again, I'm curious how this is all gonna unfold with the Oracle. So let's keep going. What else do we need to see, especially with the Seven of Cups energy and the Ace of Cups in reverse? Because it's like their emotional cup isn't full. They're going through some sort of healing, maybe. The unexpected, card number 73. Maybe you were unexpected, right? Like maybe you were the catalyst of movement with this karmic ending, whatever it is that needed to end. Because whether it's, and again, a karmic doesn't necessarily mean a person. It could be a business partner. It could be anything in their world that they are needing to release. And they're having a hard time. There is some sort of attachment to this. And again, it may not even be in their control, but if they want to be in their sovereign energy, they gotta cut this. So your energy could be the catalyst of movement for them. But in the present moment, I feel as though this is all new. This is all unexpected energy. So let's see what else is going on. Sincerity. I do think, though, that one of the things that's coming through with the Three of Wands and even the Three of Cups in reverse and now with sincerity, one of the things that they're thinking about and they're yearning for is to make because it's like they're not ready for that Ace of Cups yet. They're not ready to give you their cup, but they also don't like this disconnect. They don't like that you and them are not in a good energy with one another. If this person comes in, they may want to come in with some sincerity, with some apologies. It could also be that they are looking at you as someone that, you know, are you going to be open to them? This is card number 45. And look at how we have like the Eye of Horus. It's reminding me of the evil eye. You know, again, the energy of them looking at you from behind the scenes, seeing what you're up to. They would have to come from a place of authenticity in order for the Queen of Pentacles to even listen to them. But I feel like they're out of balance. They're out of whack, their energy a little bit. Love and freedom. Card number 38. Do they feel free to love? Do they feel free to start something with someone? Maybe not at this moment, guys. Okay? let's see what else is coming through. We're going to switch to true love. True love. What's the emotion, Spirit? What are the feelings directed toward group 2 or anything else that's coming up? What are the details surrounding this energy? Is there a third party? Is it a karmic relationship that they are having a hard time moving on from or moving past? And again, that could happen, like where, if you meet let's say you meet your counterpart, your divine, and that might not be for everyone, but let's say you meet someone, right? And there's someone, it's like an albatross, like anchoring them that they know they need to walk away from, and maybe they didn't see it clearly. But in order for this person to have the world energy, that completion, and for a new beginning, because with every ending, there is a new beginning, they need to release whatever it is. But what does that mean for their emotions for you? Is it just yearning? Is it just going to stay that way? What else could we see, Spirit, with their emotions, their feelings? Wow, the distorted feminine. I'm not surprised. It's like that energy of rejection, attachment, holding on, having a difficult time releasing, being needy. And it might not be them. It could be their karmic. For example, when I broke up with my karmic, and I bring up my karmic all the time because it was like my one very long relationship. I met him in college, and we were together for years. And when it got to the point where we broke up, which I decided to make, I finally made that decision. His parent died. His parent passed away. His father died. And because we had that friendship, I went to the funeral. That was the last time I ever saw him. And then throughout the years, like he would text me about people that are mutual friends from college, which I had to block. I had to release because I really needed to move on. And again, that was him always coming toward me. Now, I haven't heard from him now in a few years. It's been a few years since he's contacted me. But my point is, his energy was still pushing on mine, even though I was done. Absolutely done. And I wasn't mean, right? Like he was, out of respect for the connection. But again, I was not trying to be his friend either. So the point is, that could be something that this person might be dealing with. It depends. But we're getting intimacy now. And we're getting boundaries. I want one more, Spirit. And we did get the 7 of Wands, which is already an indicator that this person needed to put boundaries up, because if they are stuck in a karmic situation, entanglement, they probably don't want to drag you in. So however this disconnect looked like for you guys, you made the decision to block, you made the decision to move on, or at least not participate in this energy anymore. And I think that's kind of what you needed to do. Sexuality. This is coming out. And again, there is that yearning, and that could be, and we're getting intimacy. But again, it might not just be physical. That could represent, and this is a card, sexuality. We just read the book in group 1 because this came out. Completely different type of reading though, guys. So divine masculine. However, there was a counterpart energy. So we're getting the divine masculine, and now we're getting forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. That's the thing. I feel like this person has that potential to be in their sovereign energy, but they're being weighed down by something. And it's going to be up to them. You can't force them to move on from this karmic. And there's a lot of things to heal too after a long relationship, right? So I feel as though this person, regardless of that, the distorted feminine energy that they may be entangled with, even if they're male, female, it doesn't matter. That could be the energy that they need to release. Like you have to set your boundaries. That could be what this person is needing to do, or in order for them to move on. Because again, 6 of Swords comes you leave the situation because it is not a good situation to be in. Six of Swords is walking away from a difficult situation. I keep saying that. What am I trying to say? Spirit, it's like walking away from a toxic environment, walking away from a toxic relationship for good. If it got to the Six of Swords energy, if it got to that point, it needs to happen. So for the right collective, I think that's kind of where we're at. It was a little confusing at first, guys. And that could also represent them not wanting to walk away from you, which we are getting to because they're still keeping tabs on you, even though they're dealing with this energy of needing to walk away from someone else. Okay? But why they're having a hard time walking away from things could be because they need more boundaries. They need to nip it in the bud, right? Like they need to maybe not respond, maybe not text back, maybe not pick up the phone. Or maybe even say, listen, I am trying to move on. We have broken up. I need to move on. Please stop contacting me. Like they may need to do that, right? But whatever it is that they need to do, it's creating a little distortion within them because they might be feeling bad. They might be wanting to be more sincere. You know, it could be hard because you don't want to hurt anyone, perhaps, right? Now, for you, I think how they are feeling about you is they're feeling a little bit more connected to you, even in this disconnect. And that might not be easy for this person to even want to explore in this energy, but with the Three of Wands, this could be what they are feeling, right? Deep down, that they can't really go there. Like I said, it's creating confusion. It's like, how can I go there with group 2 if I'm still needing to figure this karmic stuff out? So keep that in mind, guys. It's like they don't want you to take it personal. They don't want you to feel bad. And they may have hurt you. There may have been rejection because they're still needing to figure this out. And I think they're getting closer. I think it's happening. But again, this needs to be this. But I think it's like this person sees it. This person you're thinking about, they see what needs to be done. And it's going to have to be up to them. Now, when it comes to feelings for you, I am getting, it's not just physical, but I am getting a lot of passion. They're magnetically pulled in your way. Intimacy and the sexuality card, I read it for group 1. It talks about friendship, the intimacy you have with a friend, the intimacy you have emotionally, the intimacy you have spiritually with someone, the intimacy you have physically. The all-encompassing energy of meeting, especially if this is a divine counterpart. It's a different timeline, though, than what I picked up on group 1. And for some of you, you might not even connect with that energy, that counterpart energy, that twin flame, that soul energy, and that's okay. But this still might resonate regardless. And this is what this person feels when they are yearning for you. But could they go there yet? It's like they want to, but it's like stuck energy, guys. And again, like I said, you can't force this person to make the decision they need to make. It has to be on this person to figure it out. And right now, I'm going to be honest, they are in a state of confusion. Even like at the start of this reading, especially if you're still here. Okay, you know that this was a little confusing even for me as your reader, and I don't always get energy where I'm like, what? But it kind of just clicked once I got my Nefertari deck. The point I'm trying to make is this person, it hasn't clicked yet. They need to figure out how the Seven of Cups energy could be grounded. They need to make a decision. They need to figure out a game plan. They need to stop sitting in the shadows, looking in on you. Like they need to figure it out, guys. And I don't know how close they are in that energy because again, it's feeling really stuck and they have their boundaries up, but in the wrong places. Okay. So I want to see romance angels. What else could we see, Spirit, with their feelings for our group 2? Okay. Bottom of the deck, express your love is coming through. We got career and finance. I'm going to put this over here. Then we are getting reconciliation. Interesting, which makes sense. It's like they want that Ace of Cups with you. They want that reconciliation, but it's just not happening right now. But they are feeling that want, that need. Stay optimistic about your love life. We also got flirt. And we also got true love. Wow. Could be soulmate energy coming through. It depends on the connection, but and also the difficulty of the connection, because a soulmate connection shouldn't be this difficult. Do I think this is a karmic connection between you and this person? It may be, but it really depends on how deep this goes for you. We didn't pick up on so much major arcana, but the complications of this energy, it could make me feel that this is a little bit deeper than what's that we needed to kind of figure out. So with the Page of Wands and flirt, you know, if you guys are in some sort of communication, this person might, I do feel like there's a distance, but this person might come towards you in an unexpected way that is more like off key. You know, like they're dealing with all this Seven of Cups, they got to release whatever. And then when it comes to you, it's like they have to switch it up. They could be wearing a mask of some kind if there is that energy, but also the feeling of crush energy. Like, yes, they have emotions for you. They're yearning for you, but how deep does it go for them right now? Because commitment is not on the mind at all when it comes to you, even though they want a reconciliation with you, which is very clear, but they're not offering it right now. So that could just be the present energy of why we're getting the double the Hierophant energy in reverse. But, and again, if they do come towards you, has this healed? Have they set the boundaries they needed to set? So use your discernment, guys, because if they're coming in a flirty way, is it honorable? Have they figured out what they needed to figure out? And again, there is potential of them completing this and ending this entanglement with whatever karmic energy to get into their divine, to get into their emperor. And look, it's coming in. But are they balanced? So again, guys, you know, yes, I do believe that they are having feelings for you. It's yearning. They're keeping tabs on you. Like energetically, they're not going anywhere. And that could represent the Six of Swords in reverse, like we talked about. But honestly, the main reason this Six of Swords is coming in reverse is something needs to be completed that has nothing to do with you. And it's going to be up to them to set their boundaries, to get out of this confusion, to make those decisions, and to heal. Because once they make that decision to walk away, then what, right? Are they ready for a new beginning, a new relationship right out the gate? Maybe not. So this might take some time to develop. So it might just come in flirty, but not in a serious way, because again, their intention might not be a relationship right out the gate. So keep that in mind, especially if that is what you're looking for when it comes to this person. You might end up in a cycle with this energy. So be careful with that. We're also getting finances and career. And I feel like that is, again, one of the moving plates that this person is dealing with, especially with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor in reverse here. Like something about it is they're out of alignment. And that could seep into other areas, especially the 3D energy with the Pentacles. So again, finances and career could mean that as well. So with that, let's get your final messages, guys. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. It's never easy to hear about a third party, ever. And for some, this is a romantic third party that they are needing to release. And they may have ended things. But something about it is they need to release it officially. They need to lock in with this energy of Six of Swords. And that's the decision they need to make. And they may be confused on how to do that, especially if the karmic is still tugging at them. You know, like I said, I felt obligated to go to my significant other's the funeral because their parent died a week after we broke up. Like it was like the worst timing for a breakup, but that was where the energy led. And it was just, again, divine timing. And now that I think back on it, as I'm talking about it right now, how crazy how everything all unfolded when I think about that energy. But either way, it was meant to happen for a reason. So whatever is going on, it might be part of what needed to happen or needs to happen for this person in order to be in a sovereign energy. So they're not there yet, though. So that being said, I hope you're okay. Let's get your final messages, your advice, Spirit. What do we need to leave our group two with? Energy rising, vitality, confidence, power, decisiveness. I was like, what does that say? I love it. I love that for you. As the Queen of Pentacles, and again, you might be in your own divine feminine energy. You might be in your Empress era right now, even if it's not coming through for this person. Looking at you as the Queen of Pentacles, that is someone that is confident. That is someone that is, growing rather than diminishing. So you are decisive. You do make clear judgment. You do know what you're doing. Like you are someone that people could rely on. And you are someone that might really give good advice to other people. So make that applicable for self. Remember that you are the energy that could stabilize around you, but it starts from within. And again, you might have to be decisive. You might already have been decisive. So you might have to stick with your boundaries when it comes to this person because are they ready for a commitment? No. Are they ready to lock in? I don't think so. Because again, until this karmic energy is released, they're not going to come into full completion to start something new. Okay, so please be aware. So if this person moves in your direction and flirty, maybe you are in a cycle with this person, runner, chaser. Be careful of that. There is a reason that's happening. The volcano, relationships, express, don't stagnate. Whoa. Don't fall into a stuck energy with this person, in other words. And I think with the Queen of Pentacles coming through as how they're viewing your energy to be, that you already made that decision. You've already are ending the cycle. And good for you, group two. Stick with it. Stick to your boundaries and take it day by day. Something blew up. And it was good for you that this happened, even if it may have been challenging that it happened. Soul agreement. Wow, to go back to the soul energy. Soul mission, soul plan, life purpose. This is all meant to happen the way it's happening. When you and your counterpart separate, it's for a reason. It pushes you into sovereign energy. And once you lock in with that, guess what? This person will lock in with theirs. So if they're not locked in with their emperor energy and they still need to figure out their karmic entanglements, then you need to let this go right now. And trust. Trust that if this was meant to be, if this is a soul mission, you and this person to be together, it will happen. And again, it depends on where your energy is as far as delays. So focus on yourself. And you may already be doing that, guys. And if you are, good job. Because energy is rising. Bottom of the deck, returning, spiral journey, growth, renewal, healed. Now, spiral journey reminds me of a cycle a little bit. So be careful if this person returns that you don't fall into that energy. Let them prove to you that they are clear, that they've cleared all their karmic entanglements. And again, if it's not a romantic entanglement, it could also be more than one thing that they have to clear out, that they need to walk away from. Again, it could be a business partner. It could be a family member. It could be a romantic karmic that they are stuck in a situation with because they're tied down. Like, what if you're living with someone and you break up with them. What do, right? Like, so again, it could look different for all of you. So don't even worry about it. Because if you are on a divine road, and even if that's not what's happening with this energy of the counterpart, you should focus on your own growth, your own renewal, your own healed energy. And in return, this person will step into that energy as well, especially if this is a mirrored energy. And if it's not, it doesn't matter. This person needs to do this on their own regardless. Okay? So with that in mind, guys, I hope this helped. I hope you're okay. If you learned something about this, let me know. If it brought you any insights and helped you on this journey with this energy. Thank you so much for being here. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do. And hopefully I'll see you again. Bye, guys. Hello and welcome to your reading group 3. Thank you for being here. If you chose the amethyst or the purple rose deck then let's begin. So today we're talking about their feelings for you right now. What's going on? What's going on? Whether you guys are in a relationship or in some sort of disconnect or separation, or if something happened in the situation surrounding you and this person, how are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about the current circumstances? We're going to get all of those details. So let me give this a little bit of a shuffle. This is a stiff deck, so I'm going to shuffle it this way because I already feel like it's bending. But either way, Spirit, thank you so much for coming through for the collective energy of our Group 3. What do we need to see today, Spirit, for our Group 3? For Group 3's higher self, Spirit, thank you so much for always coming through. As we're tapping into the energy, guys. Wow, I just heard the word justice, but let's see what's going on. Okay, so Page of Cups in reverse is our first card coming through, guys. What else do we need to see, Spirit? How is this person feeling? Two of Wands. Okay. This is not bad, but again, we do have a full spread. My cat Moon, I think she messed up the audio last time, so let me grab her. All right, go, Mama. All right, let's see. We have the Queen of Wands. Almost fell in reverse. So I'm going to note that, but we are going to keep it upright. Let's see what else, Spirit. How is this person feeling? The Fool in reverse. That's interesting. So the Fool in reverse is card number 0, Aquarius energy. We are getting the 8 of Swords in reverse. What do we need to see, Spirit? How is this feeling toward our Group 3? 8 of Wands with the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. I want to see what else is coming through. The Knight of Pentacles. We're also getting the 3 of Swords. Aww. Coming through with the Queen of Wands. And I wasn't sure if it's reversed or not. Was this a breakup, guys? Did you guys break up? Was this an ending or heartbreak of some sorts? If not, then this is not your reading. But this makes sense with the energy that I'm getting. We're also getting Temperance in reverse. Is this our first major arcana? No, the Fool. This is our second. Now, Temperance is card number, I was going to say 15. Wow. Actually, Temperance is card number 14. Sagittarius energy. In reverse. With the Fool in reverse. Emotions are running really high for this person in the aftermath of this end. Knight of Cups upright. It's clear that they still care. And then we got the World at the bottom, guys. All right, the World is card number 21, Leo energy. So I hope you're okay, because it does feel like a little bit of a, like I said, breakup energy. Three of Swords represents, like, that's the breakup card. But look at the Three Swords in the heart space. It's like heartbroken. This person is really feeling it. They're really going through it. Did you and this person just end things? Has things just ended? Now, the World energy is coming up in the subconscious, and we got the Knight of Swords in reverse after that. A couple of Knights. It's like, here's the thing, guys. We're talking about how they are feeling. They're feeling the loss. They're feeling the heartbreak. Their emotions are running rampant. I don't think this person is feeling energy to move on. Like, they're not moving on quickly. They are feeling, I feel like they're going through a purging, but it's like a lot. They could be crying every day. They could be really letting it out. And you could be feeling that energy too. You know, whether this was meant to be a permanent end between the both of you or not. Like, if this is going to come back in. The energy, though, right now for this person is really, really difficult. And they do see you as someone that they want. So I'm going to be honest, their feelings for you are still there. They haven't completely released. But I think a lot of it is focused on the heartbreak energy of it, like just crying it out. So we may have to get some clarifiers of, like, is it them just feeling the heartbreak, the loss of someone that they've been with for a while or connected to? Or is it because they are still holding on to their emotions towards you? The Two of Wands is an energy of, like, for me, that's like this person knows what they want. And it's coming through with the Knight of Pentacles. They want to move in a way. Let me open up the closet for Moon. Hi, Moony. Like, they want to focus their attention on something more serious, something like they want to lead with the intention of commitment. Maybe they didn't in the past when it came to this energy, but it's like they still have their eyes on you. You haven't left their energy, and they want to move in the direction that's more stable, but that's not the current energy, because nothing is going to happen right now. They're not moving forward. So I don't want to give you false hope on this, but that's something that they're feeling, like they still want to. They could be having regrets about this not being in a relationship right now. The Sun is coming out, or it's already out. It's like coming, it's actually, the Sun is, it's going to be the sunset soon, like within the next hour and a half or something. But because I live in an area where there's high buildings, the sun is reflecting around the window. But ironically, the sun is coming in. Let me close the shade a little bit. Hang on one second. Okay, so to go back to the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, you know, the Pentacles is a very grounded, earthly energy, and with Temperance in reverse, they're not grounded, is my point. Like, they're all over the place emotionally. They're dealing with this deep heartbreak when it comes to you, the ending, this completion of whatever it is. And remember, the Queen of Wands, did it want to be in reverse or not? Did you walk away? Did you end things officially? And now this person is like all over the place. Okay, that's kind of what it feels like. Now, Eight of Wands with the Page of Cups in reverse, I thought was an interesting energy that's coming through. It's like, now this could be past energy of what led to this Three of Swords, but this could be also what their energy is sitting in with others. Like, they're not going to move on to someone else. Like, that is not what they're trying to do at all. But where they are moving on toward is kind of into balance, but they're having a difficult time. Their emotional space right now, we're getting a lot of Cups energy, especially even with the Three of Swords. Like, there's a big heart, you know, on this card, right? And that's usually the the typical depiction, especially in the original Rider-Waite tarot, where there will be three swords stabbed into the heart. This is having 2 flowers and then the flowers at the bottom. But, you know, an 8 of Wands, that's forward movement. That feels like days. So this could be very recent, where the love or the action, the Page of Cups, like it ended, I think, very quickly and very suddenly for this person, where now it's like an emotional storm that this person is heading into, but they don't want to go there. But they're going there anyway because they don't have control over their emotions right now. They are sitting in a very difficult energy, okay, when it comes to you. So what does that mean? Like, do they have feelings, or are they just going through the mourning process? So that's kind of where I want to get my clarifiers for you guys. But before we go there, I did want to draw our attention to the 8 of Swords in reverse. This person wants to get unstuck. But it could also be very extreme. Like whenever I see reversals, like it could represent the opposite for me, but sometimes it could represent like the extreme case. Like they are really having a difficult time. But with this coming up as the Knight of Cups, and remember, we got the Page of Cups in reverse with the 8 of Wands, and now we're getting the 8 of Swords in reverse with the Knight of Cups. Do you see the paradox of that? If you don't, let me explain it. So Knight of Cups is forward movement. It's like making a move. It's going into direction in a romantic way towards someone. And it's not slow. Like Cups represents months, I think, in tarot. So maybe this is their reflection. Like, do they have regrets? Do they feel stuck in some way at this point? Do they still care about you in that Cups energy? It could be the representation that this is what is keeping them stuck, that they didn't move in your direction and now they're regretting it. They have passion towards you. You're coming through as the Queen of Wands, whether you were in reverse or not. And let me know, like, are you blocked toward them? Probably. You may have walked away. But again, like, it was a little confusing. And I forgot. It just reminded me that it wanted to be. But the point I'm trying to make is they may be confused with you walking away, if that's what you had to do. But Queen of Wands energy looks very calm, looks very serious. But I will mention that even though this person is still like trapped in this energy of heartbreak and loss and pain, and it's a lot, guys. Temperance, they're not balanced. This is Jupiter energy, by the way. So like Jupiter energy is very expansive, it's abundant. It could be traveling, moving, closing the distance between you and them. It's coming in reverse. And with the Fool in reverse, it's like this person is not going to travel in your direction. They're not going to do that. They're not expanding in your direction. They're imploding within, if that makes sense. So this is heavy energy that this person is circulating in this person's energy. With this end, with this completion. But again, with the world, like with every completion, there's a new beginning, but sometimes it takes time. So if you're meant to be with this person, it may take time for this to come back in again. But this could also be, you know, something that needs to end, and this might not be your person. We didn't get the Death card though. The Death to me is that permanent ending. So if we got like the 3 of Swords, the World, and Death, then I would say this is not gonna return. But there is, you know, it depends, right? So I want to see a little bit more into this 8 of Wands with the Page of Cups. Did they not push this connection forward when they should have? Did they get trapped in their mind? Like, I'm feeling like they didn't offer you the energy when they should have, and now they're sitting in regret. They're sitting in heartbreak. They're sitting in needing, wanting, yearning type of energy. And now they're thinking about commitment. Like, man, I should have done this. It's like, I should have done that. Maybe I should have made group 3 feel more secure. Like that type of energy. So let me just double check that. So 8 of Wands with the Page of Cups, Spirit. 2 of Pentacles. They're out of balance. Whatever it is that kept them from making that move into commitment, it was something in their energy was out of balance already. Page of Wands in reverse. Confidence, lack of... And again, pages are the most immature. I mean, no offense to the pages, right? I love page energy. And with the right setup, page energy could be amazing. But with these pages coming in reverse, the Wands and the Cups, this person may not have even been ready or still isn't ready for commitment. And it had to have ended. So they're mourning the loss, they're heartbroken. But I also feel like they're like beating themselves up over it. They didn't want you to leave. If that's what you did. Let's get one more. Ace of Cups, a new beginning. They may want a reunion, but does that mean, but again, that I don't think that's going to happen now, especially with the 3 of Swords and the current energy. It feels very fresh for this person, or it could have been a delay. Like if this happened months ago, and this person like moved on quickly, that could be the representation too. Like they try to move on quickly, but it didn't work. And now they're finally dealing with it. And it's all coming in. That could be the energy of them finally feeling the emotions that they should have felt months ago. And we did get months energy with some of this. So again, take it as it fits. Let me know. I want to get the Queen of Wands. Where are you at? And again, you could simply tell me in the comments, but Queen of Wands, did you want to come in reverse? 7 of Swords. Boom. Something was untrustworthy with this person in the Queen of Wands' mind. I'm sorry. What did I say? Queen of Wands' mind? I meant to say Queen of Wands' mind. But that could have led to you being stuck in your mind a little bit with this. And it could have led for you to walk away. This person could have been wearing a mask. Let's see. King of Swords. This, you could have viewed this person as, and 6 of Wands, success. Yet there's a 3 of Swords energy. You could have really thought this could have been successful. You could have really had your hopes up. Especially if this person to you like came through very strong, very confident. A King of Swords is a very intelligent, logical thinker. I feel like they're the coolest king out of the kings, the King of Swords. Like that swag energy, a little bit of mystery. They're very high analytical thinkers as well. So you may have trusted this person because they were so smart, or they were so, like they knew what they were talking about. You could have had a lot of hope of success, but something was a little like untrustworthy or hidden, and now boom, it blew up. So I'm curious if this is recent energy or past energy. Let me know. Because if that's the case, this person is now dealing with the emotions that you may have had to heal in the past, which is why you are upright, which is why I wasn't sure. Like, have you healed? Are you in your 3 of Swords heartbreak energy for this person? Or you're like, no. If the answer is no, this is a delayed response. And some people heal differently. Some people try to move on quickly. And guess what? They're going to have to transcend it eventually. And now it's coming to this person. Okay, so I am picking up that they do want a reunion. They don't want this. Like, you're still weighing on them heavily emotionally. But does that mean that they have feelings for you? Or is it just a heartbreak? Because, again, I've broken up with my karmic and I still had to cry it out. you know, even though I was out of love. So where are the emotions? So let's figure that out, Spirit. You know, yes, there's heavy emotions of heartbreak, and I think that's where this person is focused on currently. But we also have a Knight of Cups here. We also have like an indicator that this person does want a reunion, does want a new beginning, does look at you as someone that they want a new start with. And didn't we get, yeah, the Knight of Pentacles with the Two of Wands. Like that's an indicator that they still want you in that way. But how deep does it go? What else can we see, Spirit, in this energy? Now, if for some of you this just happened and this person is going through the motions, they're not ignoring it, they're not trying to deal with it, they could be trying to distract themselves and moving toward it, but it's not working. So whether it's in the past or right now, regardless, that current energy is difficult for this person. They're feeling it. Whoa, I messed things up. Did I shuffle this all messed up? No. Just a few cards. Sorry, guys. There was a few cards. Let me just double check. Okay. I think we're good. Spirit, what do we need to see? This person, how are they feeling? What else do we need to see? Guidance. Card number 57. But here's the thing, they're not going to move forward. So even if this happened months ago and now they're dealing with it, they're full in reverse. Like they're not going to move towards you. And they shouldn't. Why would you want this person to come in this energy, right? It doesn't feel good. And again, it will depend on what's going on specifically for you guys. Confrontation with reality. Dude, I've never pulled this card. I never even knew it was in here. They're confronting reality. So for the right collective, this happened a long time ago. And now they're confronting this energy. Now they're feeling the loss, the pain. They may have distracted themselves, but now they're trying to get guidance. Now they're trying to figure it out because they are realizing that, dang, they do want something a little bit more serious with you. And more emotional. We got two knights, not pages. Notice how we got the Page of Wands in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse, and we're getting the Knights upright. Like that's what they want. So they're moving. They're like, it's like a different level for them. So they're confronting this, guys. Now, it could still represent that this just happened and they're confronting it right away. So take that as it fits, but let me know in the comments. I'm curious, like, was this, how it's going to differ for some of you guys that relate to this reading? Like, did this just happen? Are you okay? Or is this something that you've already healed and now this person is finally confronting it? The unexpected. This could be unexpected for this person. That they're feeling it, that they're recognizing that, dang, what did I do? Now I'm heartbroken over this. Whoa, guys. They weren't expecting to feel this. And again, I think for the right collective, the majority of you, I think this is a delayed reaction. Justice. Boom. I felt it. I felt it before we started it. And I never get justice. It's card number 8 in this tarot/oracle deck. But I always think of justice as card number 11. So I'm just going to say that. But it's card number 8 in this deck. Libra energy, Venus energy, guys, they want justice, but again, they need to confront the emotions first. So how they're feeling, again, it's not showing me like how deep their love, if they are in love, but regardless, they must have strong emotions for you if this hasn't left. Or if they're dealing with it now. This is like, they didn't know this was going to go this deep, maybe. Especially if they try to distract themselves right after the end of this. They could, like I said, they could have really was like, okay, Queen of Wands left, whatever, I'm over it. And then tried to move on. And now all of a sudden it's like a slap in the face, like, dude, I don't feel good about this. Their emotions are all over the place. They could have been activated in some sense right now. And that's what they're going through. It could feel like a dark night for them, this heartbreak energy. But what my curiosity is, which I would love to hear from you about this, guys, is where are you at? Are you mourning? Are you going through this heartbreak energy? Or is that something you've already healed or dealt with in the past? Because that would be a good indicator of why this person is now coming to that. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. What is this? Authority after that. I think in their subconscious, like something that they're feeling is they, like I said, they do want to manifest you. They want to manifest a new beginning with you, but they're not taking action and they're definitely not ready emotionally speaking, guys. So I don't know. Is this going to come back in? Are you going to want this person again? If they do come back in, is this going to take time? So this is really an interesting read. Really interesting reads today. Like a lot of similarities, but then again, each reading was completely unique and different. So use your discernment. You know, I know some of you like to read all three readings and piece things together, but always use your discernment. And I think those of you that do that, you know, just based on the comments that you leave, you know what you're doing. So again, but be careful with that too. Okay? Because it could feel like a past, present, future type of energy. But whatever it is that your intuition is speaking to you with. That being said, it's quite different. You know, like this is a physical breakup for this person, like a physical heartbreak. So even if you weren't in a relationship, this person is now feeling like a deep sense of loss and regret, something they want to fix, something that they want to create justice in. They may not have felt wise, even if they came through as the King of Swords in the first place. Now, I don't think they feel that way. I feel like they feel, you know, like that immaturity, the pages in reverse, like they may not have known what they were doing with you. I don't know. All right, true love. Let's see what else we could see, Spirit. How are they feeling for our group 3 in right now? Right now, when you are looking at this reading, whether it's a timeless reading, so whenever you're coming across this, luminosity. We are getting manifestation. Wow, we got the Magician at the bottom of the Tarot of the Pyramids, and now we're getting manifestation. They want to manifest. They want to manifest you back in, guys. They want a new beginning. But are they in the right state of mind or emotional state, ready to bring that in? I don't think so. But something's being illuminated for them. They are facing reality. They're confronting it. And we're also getting the Garden. Let's get one more for that. Boundaries. I'm wondering if that's how they are viewing you, if that's how they're feeling where you're at, especially if this is a delayed reaction for them. Because if they are now finally feeling like the loss of you and the heartbreak, and they're crying and they're emotional, and it's like something they can't even control. Like it may be out of control for them. That's how it feels. They may be viewing you as someone that already set your boundaries, so much to the point that you are now back upright. You are no longer reversed. If that makes sense, guys, metaphorically speaking, it's like you might be lounging in your own garden, and if they are keeping tabs on you, which clearly they are with some of the energy that we got, perhaps they could be viewing you as someone that is not going through heartbreak, not feeling the overwhelming emotional energy that's coursing through them right now. You might have your boundaries. So that could be what is going on. But I will tell you, they also feel, again, inner peace at the bottom. I think they're very far from inner peace, and that could be in their subconscious, like where they're guided to be, which is why this is all being confronted toward them. They need to transcend this. If you and this person are meant to be and they haven't gone through that transcending the energy of this, of losing you, of this heartbreak, there will be no beginning, right? Like it needs to be cleared. The energy needs to be cleared and shifted. And there could be, again, a light shining on all of this for them. It could be a tower moment. We didn't get the tower, but it could feel that way with Three of Swords, emotionally speaking. So they could be going through an emotional tower. And they may not even recognize it, right? Like, so let's look at romance angels and see if we could see anything else. Synchronicities or confirmations or any other detail, Spirit, of what else is going on with their feelings toward our beautiful group 3. Forgiving and learning. With justice, that is the energy. They are learning something. They may have had to go through it. They may have had to lose you in order to be pushed into this energy. Especially if they didn't see you, if they were in page energy to begin with you. Which could be very immature. It could be someone that's not really locking in. Children, immaturity I'm getting, again. That could also represent like a 6 of Cups energy where you and this person have been dealing with each other for a while now. You could have history, in other words. And just like children at school, like in Chicago, school is starting. The traffic was horrible going to work. But again, children, what do they do at school? They learn. So again, a lot of what they're facing right now, they're confronting things that is teaching them lessons. Religious factors, that could be a spiritual connection of some kind. It could literally represent religious energy, like a religion, quote unquote. But for me, that's my spiritual card. Like religious factors, spiritual factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing or spiritual path. So again, spiritual path versus religion is quite different. And I grew up with 2 religions. My parents were both different religions. And I, of course, at this point, consider myself spiritual. Even at my doctor's office, it was like, what religion are you? And I was like, can I put spiritual? And they're like, yeah, that's actually a new category. I'm like, whoa, the world has changed, guys. And because I was raised Catholic. And I do still, being raised with a religion that taught me how to be in my spiritualism. And I still have strong beliefs in that religion. Don't get me wrong. That's what helped me be as spiritual as I am today. And my mom's religion, her religion as well, teaching my sisters and I her religion, going and learning about that, also created the person I am today. So again, no judgment if you are locking in with the religion. Let's move on. Deception. Did they have a mask on? And that could go back to the idea of not confronting something they needed to confront about this 3 of Swords. They could have really been trying to move on, trying to distract, trying to pretend it didn't matter. And they could have done it very well for a long time. But something in the present energy, it's like the mask is coming off, I feel. Let's get one more and then the bottom of the deck. Just because I'm curious, Spirit. Past life relationship. Whoa. Again, that could represent spiritual. Because in the energy that this person is feeling, they're not connected to their intuition right now. They're in the physical 3D, purging their ego. Like emotion could be tied to ego, right? Like they're thinking, they're overthinking, they're trapped in their mind. So this could represent or give that confirmation for those of you that do have some sort of soul connection, whether it's a twin flame, a soulmate, but it's not feeling like a soulmate. It could also be a karmic connection could also be a soul connection, guys, believe it or not. And a karmic connection is not shouldn't be your forever person. It's a season. It's supposed to teach you lessons. So it really depends on you and this person. So that being said, bottom of the deck, express your love is coming through. I wonder, is that what they want to do? You know, with the Knight of Cups, do they want to tell you, like, I actually do have strong emotions for you? It hit me like a ton of bricks, right? Okay, let's get your final messages. I hope you're okay. It really depends on how current this energy is for you, or if this is a delayed reaction from this person, which is, I think, for the right collective, for the majority of you, that's going to be the case. But some of you coming through, it could have just recently happened. So again, guys, give yourself some time. But let's see what Spirit has to say. So let's see, Spirit, any final messages or advice for our group 3? Stepping stones. Take it one day at a time, guys. Take the next step. Simplicity, focus. Simplify things. Take it one day at a time, one step at a time. Whether this happened recently, or whether this happened in the past and you're still kind of releasing it, again, it will depend on you and this connection. But Spirit is coming in to say that take it one day at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. And stepping stones, like even the depiction of this person, it feels like fun, like skipping on the stones. Like, you don't have to sit in negative energy if that is what you're going through right now for a few of you. I think the majority of you have already kind of transcended this though, which is why, let me know in the comments. Creativity, creative expression, trust your vision. You might be like endeavoring, like moving towards something more creative, a passion project, being more experimental in your everyday life. Take it one day at a time. Like a really good affirmation that I used to say, which I'm trying to bring back some of my rituals, is every day is a new beginning. Every day is a new adventure. Like, you just never know what's going to happen in your day. And when you view the world like that, right? Like, even when the problem comes up, like you get a flat tire, like it's an adventure, right? Like, how did you know that was going to happen? For some people in their ego, that could be that all of a sudden they are angry, they're miserable, they're toxic energy, they have the worst day ever. Or you could look at it as an adventure, and this happened for a reason. You got the flat tire, so there's no point in getting angry or stressing. It happened. Luckily, you're safe. It could have been worse, right? So it's like how you view the energy of stepping stones. Take it one day at a time and know that whatever comes your way, spin it into this being adventurous. You know, like, I had no idea this was going to happen to me today. The entrance stone, new beginning, step forward, expansion. I was talking about Jupiter energy for this person, like imploding. For you, Spirit is saying you are expanding. Keep going. Step forward. Walk through the threshold. There's new beginnings, whether it's with this person or not. Don't focus on that. This person is going through an emotional tower, it looks like. And again, if you're going through that emotional tower, this is something that you have to understand is going to lead to a new path. New paths, plural. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be one thing. New beginnings, plural. So there could be a lot of creative things going on in your world, which could really be exciting, right? So step into that and let this person finally confront what they need to confront. Be the mountain, slow and steady foundations, patience. When it comes to this person in your subconscious, singing stones after that. You know, again, I would never suggest waiting around, especially if there is some sort of soul connection that goes deeper than a karmic. But it's important for you not to hold on, because if this is a karmic energy meant to only be there for a season or a few seasons, it ended for a reason. Why did it end? Is there going to be a change? It's up to the evolution of this person, but they are finally trying to transcend the energy, and they're finally thinking about justice, and things are finally being illuminated for them. So whether that is meant to be for you and them or not, be the mountain, be your own solid foundation, your own security, sit in your own empowerment, sit in your own sovereign energy, guys. And if you're not there, be creative, take it one day at a time, and don't ignore new beginnings opening up in your world. With that, that is where we're going to leave your reading. I hope you're okay. Let me know, send a like, subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully I will see you again. Bye, guys.